Good morning. We continue talking about the midah of Sheker. Sheker. There used to be a time that the two worst insults you can ever give to a from Yid was, number one, the worst insult you can give to a Yid was an Amoretz. To call a Yid an Amoretz was the worst insult you could say. You're ignorant. Amoretz. That's the worst insult. But there was another terrible insult that people would do anything to avoid even saying the insult, was to say that someone had said Sheker. To say Sheker, Shakron, to call somebody a liar. People didn't speak like that. It was an off-limits term. You didn't call somebody a Shakron. You didn't say that's Sheker. You said that's not right. You said that's not correct. It was so horrible, so disgusting, so abhorrent that a person would not even say Sheker. And yet, nowadays, we have to talk about the importance of honesty. And, it's difficult. I want to tell you a story that, to me, when I read this story, it really knocked my socks off. It took a long time to find them. And I would like to share this story. When there's Shiva, one of the great Musar leaders in Klal Yisrael who survived the Holocaust, his name was Rabbi Zakheim, Zecher Tzadik L'Vracha. Rabbi Zakheim was their Shiva of Slobodka. He survived the war. He rebuilt what he could after the war, and he was nifter in Eretz Yisrael. When he was nifter in Eretz Yisrael, they asked another great Musar leader to speak by his funeral. And that was Rav Chatzkel Levenstein Zecher Tzadik L'Vracha. They asked him to speak by the Levaya, and when they went over to Rav Chatzkel Netano, he refused to speak by the Levaya. Very strange. Okay, they're not going to make a big thing out of it. The Levaya continued, and a Talmud of Rav Chatzkel went over to him and asked Rav Chatzkel, "Was pshat? Why didn't you speak by the Levaya?" And he said like this. Rav Chatzkel said that recently, I don't know how long before this story took place, but recently he had lost a grandchild. He had lost a grandchild. And he was concerned. If he gets up to speak by this Levaya, no doubt, if he gets to speak by the Levaya of Isaac Sher, the great Tzaddik, the Baal Musar, he's going to cry by the Levaya. But it is possible that the tears and the pain he's going to have by the Levaya might not be totally for Isaac Sher, might be partially for his grandchild. And therefore, he was afraid that people might misinterpret the crying. They might believe that he was crying mostly for Isaac Sher when he was really crying for his grandchild, and he could not abide by such sheker. He could not abide by being dishonest with his tears. And therefore he told them that he could not speak by the funeral, he could not speak by the Levaya. That is how a Baal Musar looks at sheker. A Baal Musar says that even if there's a chance that my words might be misinterpreted, even if there's a chance that people might assume something different, I'm going to run away from it as far as I can. We should internalize this. A person should focus on saying emes. A person should stay away as far as he could from that horrible, horrible, horrible insult. I'm not even going to say. Everyone should have a wonderful